Alrighty everybody, welcome back to this new episode of Culz Checks Out. We hope you guys are having a great start of your week on this Monday. And just want to let you know, for Jurassic June, we are going to be ramping up all things Jurassic. This week we got a lot of this Jurassic World Rebirth lineup that we're going to be talking about. If you've missed our last two, make sure to go check those out. We got the D-Rex review as well as the Spinosaurus, so yeah, definitely go check those out. But today we are going to be looking at this Bite and Blast Mosasaurus, another cool figure. Now for the Jurassic World Rebirth lineup, they did make a Super Colossal. Again, I just probably won't get it just because I'm just running out of room, to be fair, for those like super big ones. And the sauropods are super cool, so I'm at least trying to collect them. But yeah, I thought it'd be cool to get one in this kind of size range, considering, you know, Mattel's already released one for the Jurassic World design. Figured I'd get this one. And it feels like we'll have more for the Mosasaurus to do in this film than it really got in the last trilogy. Yeah, I killed the Indominus, but outside of that, what was it doing? It was just kind of here or there. Kind of just felt like they made it too big and powerful for it to really factor into a story. But let's get started. Alright, so right there we do see the Try-Me to tell us that the action feature is on the back of the tail. It is hidden decently well, as with the rest of the lineup. But you can see, if you press it there, it does open and close, and again, some fantastic looking teeth. We'll compare it with the other Mattel incarnation to show you the difference. It also shows you you can move the tail and it'll move the Mosasaur at this joint here, so pretty cool. We'll show you that once we get it out. At the bottom we see Jurassic World Rebirth, Bite and Blast Mosasaurus, and that's one of the action features. That's why it comes with this little Dilophosaurus. Will this be something we see in the movie? Probably not, but I mean, Dilophosaurus is back, so maybe it does get eaten by a Mosasaur. We'll find out. There's the artwork for the Mosasaurus currently, and as you can see, it's made by Mattel. On the back we see Jurassic World Rebirth, we see Bite and Blast, we see Blast Out, and it's shooting the Dilophosaurus out. So really any like minis I'm sure you can put in there and it'll shoot it out. And again, it shows you there's the action feature, and yeah, it shoots it out. We'll show you more how that works once we get it out. Chomp, and yeah, it includes little Dilophosaurus, if you didn't know, which is right there. Of course, it's going to include that DNA to scan for the app. Looks like it'll be on one of the fins, and I'll show you that once we get there. This one is also made in China, so far 3 in China, 1 in Vietnam for the lineup. Then of course we got our warnings here, not for children under 3. On the bottom it shows you how to connect both the fins as well as the tail there, because the fins on the one side are not on the figure currently. So we'll see how hard that one is to put together, and of course we'll show you that barcode. Alright, so now it's the time. Let's get this guy out of the box. Alright, so not quite put together, but just wanted to show you, yeah, this does have the most you got to put together of any of the figures. Got both the fins there, as well as the tail, which with the red, it looks like it got ripped out. Kind of weird. But yeah, let's get it together and see what it looks like. Alright, so here we see it out of the box. You can see some nice coloration on the, you know, frill as well as the crest of red. I'm just kidding, guys, but yeah, there's the Dilo. I did think I'd talk about it a little bit. Let me get a little bit closer look. Alright, so here's the Dilo, and it just looks like a minifigure, but it is rubbery. Like, it's nice and soft. You can see there. I thought it was gonna be like hard or something, but no, it's just a nice little soft rubbery figure. Alright, so here actually is the real figure out of the box. It looks really nice. Unfortunately, guys, it looks like it's about to storm. We've been getting lots of monsoons and tornadoes and stuff, so don't feel like trekking down to the river right now, or else I would go show you guys what it looks like in the water. But nonetheless, still a really nice looking figure. Alright, so here it is, completely out of the box and a little less hidden. You can just see, really nice looking figure. Once you get the tail on, it's still, we'll get to the comparisons, a little bit smaller than the other one, but not as small as I thought it was going to be. It's a decent figure here. and I really like the redesign. It looks really good. Now the blue figure also looked really good, but it just looks really nice, and like I said, I feel like it's going to have a little bit more of a role, so I'm excited to have added it to the collection. You can see the eyes painted that nice yellow color, and some nice detail along the face sculpt there. Just little indentations on the skull and a little bit of the scaling you can see. And then you get like these really kind of crocodilian like osteoderms on the top and back that run all the way down. Right there you do see the coloration goes from like this green with black stripes to green with like brown stripes back. I don't know if that's how it is in the film. Just I thought it was odd. I don't know if it's like a mistake on the figure or what, but you can see it does actually start right there. So it's not just this single piece that's weird color like that. And then down the line you can see the little fluke on the tail. Kind of interesting. We do see it in the trailer. Some people had mistaken it for like a shark's fin and thought it meant Megalodon, but no, it's just the Mosasaurus guys. But really cool. Let's get to the action features. Alright, so right here, before we get to the biting one, it does have this little movable joint socket here. You can see it can bend left and right, and that can go in effect if you move the tail. And like from the top, like it just makes it look like it's swimming. And I can see like people using this in like videos and stuff, recreating a Mosasaurus swimming. Just a really kind of cool idea of an action feature to have it move around like that. And then of course the other one is this button here. Do that and it opens its mouth. And you can hear like another sound like a spring. That's because if you see inside, there's that little circle thing that pops forward there. And of course, that's where it's going to shoot it. And when it opens, you can actually see, yeah, it has the accurate teeth right there on the top of the jaw, which are also really nicely sculpted. Again, just loving the detailing on the teeth. By far the best ones we've gotten from Mattel. Alright, so here you can see the poor Dilophosaurus has been eaten. Bam! Completely gone. But let's see how that action feature works. Maybe we'll try to do it a little bit slower so you can see it opens and pushes out. Right now it just looks like the shark from Jaws as it's chomping away. So yeah, we'll just kind of give another look at some detailing. We'll start with the teeth. Like I said, just beautiful. And it's really neat that even the teeth on the inside of the jaw are separately sculpted and placed into the mold. Like, that's a really cool detail. You can see they've even modeled out the tongue. Now the coloration of the tongue and the lower and upper jaw, just the same. No like really defining characters or differentiating from one or the other. Man, those teeth are so nice. Up close you see, like I said, the eye with a little bit of pebbling. It is smooth, and unlike the other Mosasaurus, it's hard plastic. It's not that kind of real feel deal, but you can see even on the top we got some detailing. And like I said, we have those large osteoderms running down its back, which are really kind of noticeable when you watch the trailers. I'm really excited what they're going to do with it, honestly. Right on the bottom, you see it does have the counter shading, which is a newer study as far as what pliosaurs and mosasaurs would have had. Kind of like wells. But yeah, it's like that light white all the way down to a little past the base of the tail, but it doesn't continue on the part that you're adding. That is all just one solid shade of brown. Again, we have those like just weird how it changes, but like I said, if it leans that way, you can see the kind of like light brown stripes start there and move it over here, and it's not just black on that one, brown, and then black stripes down there, but it does start there. So maybe that is how it is in the film. We'll find out. From above you can also see nice little detailing on the fins themselves. You can see how they even show maybe some scarring, as well as some coloration where it's like that green body into like that black shading there. Not on the back ones though, and they're just solid colors on the bottoms. But yeah, there's the DNA code if you guys need it. And then yeah, we can see the action feature, and the pebbling really stops there, and the tail gets smooth on the part that you're adding. And from here on out, it kind of reminds me of like old school Dunkleosteus. Just how we saw the back half of that one used to look. But yeah, like I said, there's the fin that in the trailer at one point people thought was like a signed Megalodon was going to be in it, but no, it's just the tail fluke into more of like that eel-like shape, but pretty cool overall. Alright, so now we're going to do a size comparison with the figure that came out when Mattel had first taken over the lineup around the time of Fallen Kingdom, and just show you the difference. And yeah, there you go. The other one is massive, but once you get past the like really big bulk of the body, tail isn't very long. I would say it's about the same length. So once you see him kind of like next to, yeah, the other one's definitely much bigger, but the Rebirth Mosasaurus, not as small as I thought it was going to be. It's actually a pretty decently sized figure. And we'll kind of just do a from the top view so you guys can kind of see that. Really not too different there. And I almost forgot in the comparison, but yeah, you can see the difference in the teeth from that guy to here. Just so much nicer in the new figure. It just really blows me away how well the teeth sculpts have been. And I don't know, when I've seen how the figure looks, and I just couldn't help but think of that scene from Walking with Dinosaurs. Alright, so there's our look at the Jurassic World Rebirth Mosasaurus. Really nice figure. I was kind of on the fence about getting it, but now that I got it, I'm really glad I did. It's really quite top notch. But yeah, until next time guys, for more Culz Checks Out, click that link to your top left. We'll be doing lots of Jurassic World stuff, at least for this month. For more about us here at Culz Paranormal, click the link to your right, and don't forget to hit that like and give us a subscribe, and let us know what are your thoughts on the new Mosasaur design, and what figure should we talk about next. Tell us in the comments below.